Alright, this is Josh Savage again at Uptown Heating and Cooling, and I'm just going to kind of give you an overview of old homes and hot water heating systems now. So this is a house we're working on today, and I'll just kind of do a quick panoramic here. This is in the Kenwood neighborhood, actually the East Lake of the Isles area of Minneapolis. And that's Dave there. I'm going to walk in and just kind of talk you through things. It's a three-story house, and what we're doing here today is we're installing a new high-efficiency boiler, a water heater powered by the boiler called an indirect water heater, and then we're also zoning the basement, first floor, second floor, and third floor separately, and installing separate thermostatic controls to control all that. All right. It's a beautiful day here in Minnesota. A lot of these old homes have service doors on the side here. Kind of gives you an idea of the detail of the homes. Again. Kitchen here kind of gives you an idea. Old kitchen. Freestanding cast iron radiator, also known as a hot water heating system. Kind of gives you an idea here. This radiator has multiple sections or fins, and it has a supply pipe where the hot water comes up into the radiator, fills it up, goes all the way through it, and then goes back down through that pipe. Now there's a radiator valve here, and what that is that's to be able to balance out the heat throughout the house, as you can turn down the radiator or turn it up to add more heat. Walk you through kind of the rest of the house. Here there's a sun porch area here, and so in here we've got a flat radiator, and sometimes called a plate warmer. A little different style of radiator, not as common. I'd say it makes up less than 3% of the radiators that are out there in these old homes. Just another example. Again, this is the dining room. Now this is a built-in radiator behind this here, where you can see the fin. You can see the grating, so to speak, and the decorative there, but there's actually a radiator behind there. Now we're going to go in close here so that you can see that a little bit better. It's that same radiator we were looking at, and it extends, fills pretty much that whole cavity back there. Again, mostly hardwood floors. Another radiator there, another radiator there, in the entryway, and the staircase going up to the second floor. All right, now what I'm going to do is go into the basement where our guys are working. Now here, you can see this big hole in the ground. That's Dave. We call him Super Dave. And there's where the old boiler used to sit. Now the old boiler was covered in asbestos, and this is really just a footprint. We had licensed asbestos abatement contractors take it out, and in this situation, a huge pit underneath this old guy here. It's like a 8x8x8 room down there. A lot of the old piping's already been cut out of the basement. You can see those two holes there where the old pipes used to go. An old, what's called an expansion tank up there. This is just an average water heater going into the chimney. A lot of exposed heating pipes along the ceiling there that have been painted. Those are those old pipes right there that don't have anything on them. There. Those we're tying into old radiator in the basement. And here's a soffit where there's some heating pipes too. You can see what we're doing here today is we're actually taking out all the old heating pipes. And what we're doing is we're installing PEX pipes in place of them. So Andy's up here cutting things up. And then over in this room here, Rob's installing the new boiler. Hey Rob, Rob's the installation foreman. This here is a water heater powered by the boiler. This here, we've got 4 different pumps there that control one for each floor, basement, first, second, third. And there'll be a separate pump that actually pumps water over to our water heater, because this is called an indirect water heater that's powered by the boiler. Now this boiler here is obviously much smaller than the old one, and it just hangs right on the wall. We actually build a plywood wall with pre-painted plywood, so it looks nice and clean. And what he's installing up there, that stainless steel manifold, is typically used for in-floor heating systems. Off of each of those loops, we're actually going to run separate pipes to each radiator in the house. And then each radiator in the house will come back and we can balance out everything separately. Kind of give you an idea how all that works. There's an old gas meter in the basement, and just kind of give you an idea of things here.